Jimmy jumps into Tampa Bay, where the dreamers play. From the shops to the skyline every single day. Welcome to Tampa Bay.
All right, Tampa, Jimmy here with another episode of Jimmy Jumps into Tampa Bay. And today we are in South Tampa, checking out a business that helps people feel better, move better, and live without pain for over 25 years. So let's jump in. Here we are at Pro Health. So tell us your name and tell us, what do you do here?
I'm Dr. Doug Arvanitis, and we are a full-service chiropractic, massage therapy, physical therapy, spinal decompression, shockwave. We do class 4 laser, we do adjustments. We do things a little bit different for chiropractic.
And how long have you been at this location?
In this location, we've been here for about 4 years, but I've been practicing for somewhere between 25 to 28 years.
Did you always want to get into this industry? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, my parents were into the healthcare industry, and I was supposed to be the doctor of the family, but I was a pretty good athlete. So my parents had me in sports ever since I was 5 years old: baseball, football, track, swimming, martial arts, paintball, shooting, all different types of activities. So I thought I was going to be the athlete of the family, and it didn't work out after an injury, after college football. So I had to resort back to something else, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do, and the healthcare just kept coming back. I used to go to a chiropractor when I was at Ohio State playing football.
Okay.
I'd get done with practice and just be all beat up. And I'd go to my chiropractor, and he would have me fix, and I'd just go right back to practice the next day.
Did you notice a difference typically?
Yes.
Okay.
After every time I walked out of there, I'd walk in like getting beat up because I was 6 foot, 180, 190 pounds. I'm going to guys that are 300 pounds. I go to him and just feel like a new guy walking out of there, go right back to practice the next day. And I always thought that was pretty cool, but then I got into different industries. Like I said, football didn't work out for me. And then, one day said one person who I was adjusting, I would adjust all my friends, and they said, "You missed your calling. You should have been a chiropractor because you're better than my chiropractor." And I thought about that. I was 27 at the time. I go, maybe I haven't missed my calling. It's not that old. And I went back to chiropractic school, and 25, 26, 27, 8 years later, here I am.
What do you love most about what you do?
Well, I have a wide variety of patients. So I have your normal, everyday, typical patients. I have your weekend warriors. Now we get into the other side, which is our professional athletes, collegiate athletes, and high school and local athletes too. So what I love more than anything is somebody that's been to other doctors, or they haven't been able to do their activities of daily living or their sports, and they come in here, and next thing you know, we've got them back to doing everything that they wanted to do. So it's kind of nice for me, with my NFL guys, that they have an injury and they've been missing their games. Next thing you know, they come in here, and that weekend they're playing. I get to watch them on TV.
So I do know it takes time. I know the recovery, but you're saying that weekend. So there are some times where it's something you could fix pretty quickly for the time being, or I'm a little ignorant to it, but just curious how that works. I come in here, I'm an NFL player, I want to play this weekend.
Well, you're not ignorant. Basically what happens is most people think you go to a chiropractor, you've got to go, and it takes this long period of time to get better. I'm a specialist. I'm a specialist in sports extremities and sports psychology. So we do things a little different. So most people want to just go to the point of pain and fix that point of pain. I don't do that. I balance the entire body. So everybody's body has a balance to it, and it changes as we go through life, injuries, things like that. My knee surgeries, I've had 6 knee surgeries. So my body balance when I was 20 years old and playing football is totally different than it is right now. So I can't be balanced back to where I was. I have to be balanced to where I'm at now. So we adjust everything from head to toe, shoulders, knees, ankles, feet, everything. And we find that balance to where you're at now, and all this stuff clears up very quickly.
So for me, I visited chiropractors when I was younger, and I've noticed my back's not the way it should be, my posture, maybe the way I walk. What are some techniques you would say for someone like me, just coming in, I'm not an athlete, and I say, hey, what are some techniques I could do today? Maybe those who are watching that can make things better. That's kind of copy and paste for everybody. Is there a specific technique or something we could do?
Yes, stretching. I tell people, you want to see me less, you stretch more. So I'm a big proponent of stretching.
Daily?
Daily, and what you do to one side, you do to the other side. What you do to the front, you do to the back. So if you're stretching for your legs, you stretch the front, the back, both sides. Everything, you do it equally. Awesome. Again, balance stretching. Everything is balanced with us.
Morning or evening stretches?
How about both?
Okay.
You want to see me less? you stretch more. So if you want to have a better life, you got to do the things now. And I tell this to a lot of my patients is, if I'm going to be 63 this year.
Wow, you look amazing, by the way.
Thank you. But I practice what I preach. So if you want to have a better life when you're older, you have to do the things when you're younger. And I don't want to say sacrifice, but you have to do the things when you're younger so that when you get older, your life is easier.
You're saying sacrificing, and I think basically you said that's not really what you meant. What you meant is investing.
Investing in
at a
your
younger,
future. Yes.
investing now for your future. How much of that, I know stretching is important. My wife tells me this all the time. So I know stretching is important. I know working out is important. Drinking water is important. What about diet? Do you think that plays a huge role?
Nutrition is a huge factor in all of this. So for example, I know you like coffee and energy drinks.
I do.
But I don't drink either one of them, okay? Not the fact that the coffee isn't bad for you, but the energy drinks are horrible. They really are. They're not good. If you actually read the ingredients in there, they're really bad for you. So I'm an iced tea guy, iced tea or water.
Okay.
So, but
So you're
that's
not
just part
anti
of
the
it.
caffeine part, because iced tea has caffeine.
Yes.
What is it about coffee versus maybe an iced tea that you would say is different?
The taste. My mother gave me coffee when I was 4 years old, and I hated it then, and it's kind of stayed with me. I'm just not a coffee person. But the iced tea, I can sweeten that or unsweeten it however I want, and it's got the caffeine in it. So I'm not against caffeine. I'm against some of the ingredients in the energy drinks that create heart problems and things like that down the road.
Yeah, without a doubt, I'm with you on that.
Remember, you said it best. You said it way better than I do. You're investing in your health. So if you want a better, healthier life, why put stuff like that?
What about somebody who's healthy, somebody's in great shape, never seen a chiropractor? Do you think it's still good for them to come see, to get a line, to see what they could better do to their bodies?
That's a great question. So here, what I found out over the years, we have proactive patients, we have reactive patients. Reactive patients are the ones that they don't come in until they have a problem. They've thrown their back out, they've got a crick in their neck, they've been on their phone too long, whatever it may be. So they're being reactive and they come in at that point, okay? How long has that been there? They may not know. It may have been there for years. I like the proactive patients that want to, again, invest in their health, and it's really good. The brain controls every function of the human body. So if it can get its message down through the spinal cord and the spinal nerves and out to all the organs and the tissues, we can become healthier and we can actually function better. So by being proactive, again, the good nutrition, water, stretching, exercising, all those things, it's the same thing with your alignment of your body. How do you know? When you get sick, you didn't get sick that moment. It's been there for a while and it's been kind of building. And then all of a sudden your body takes over your body. So how do we know when somebody comes into me and they say, hey, I've had a back pain for, how long? Years. Okay, well, why didn't you come see me then? It's an easy fix then.
Yeah.
It's a hard fix now, or it's a harder fix now. Yeah. The more you invest and the more you do into your body, the better.
Now, I know you mentioned at the beginning, you played all these sports. You look like you're still very athletic. Do you deal with a lot of professional athletes, or are they more retired athletes? I know you talked about you do work with some athletes. Are they currently still active? Are they retired?
We do both. So I work with Yo Murphy and at his facility with the combine athletes for the past 7, 8 years. Okay. So all the college athletes that are training with him to hopefully get into the NFL, I'm their medical director, so I see all those athletes. So over the years, I've seen, they used to have the pro wrestling circuit right down the street here, the facility where they trained, and then they moved that to Orlando. But we had 68 of the pro wrestlers, the ones that are on TV. They were in here all the time. Awesome. It looked like SmackDown in here with all the people. We have the NFL guys, we have Major League Baseball, and it depends on the season. Pro Bound USA Baseball, we're one of their directors, so they send us all of their baseball players, and those are high school kids, college kids, and Major League Baseball. So we see a lot of current athletes as well as the ones that are retired and coming back in.
That's awesome. So you're still within the space of sports, which I know you mentioned you love.
Yeah,
awesome.
Sports has been my life. So everything is a sport to me. I don't care what it is. Everything is a sport to me.
That's awesome.
Welcome to Pro Health. Let's take a quick tour. So up here at the front, the first person you meet is Casey. Casey is our receptionist. She does a lot of things in the office, and she's always going to greet you with a big smile and just an amazing personality. So we're going to head around this way. We're going to go to our main treating area. In this room is my main treating area where I do all my adjustments and where we balance our patients from head to toe. This is where we do our chiropractic work. And we have a secondary room right here. Then in this room we have our class 4 laser and our shockwave therapy. Then moving on into this part of the clinic, we have my favorite piece of equipment in the entire clinic, which is our spinal decompression. Now, spinal decompression is a non-surgical approach for bulging and herniated discs. The national average for how much this helps is about 89 to 90%. In our office, we're probably around 98% because we don't put everybody on it, we put good candidates on. It's absolutely amazing and it's extremely comfortable. Our directions for the patients once we get them strapped in, that is, go to sleep. We'll wake you up in 30 minutes. Then we go back to the back part of the office, is where we have a PEMF practitioner. We have our massage therapy, and down here we have our hormone replacement, orthopedic concierge group, and some other things down here. Then we go back up front. And in this room we have our modalities, our electric muscle stim and heat, and in nice comfortable reclining chairs. And it's kind of a neat room. This will be our room for our full-blown physical therapy department right in here. And thank you for visiting Pro Health. This is where you would check out with Casey again.
What's one common complaint you hear from patients?
Probably the most common complaint that I hear is either neck or back pain. 80% of the population has back pain, so that's probably it.
Computers?
Yes. Car accidents, computers, phones.
What's next for Pro Health?
The next step that we're doing is we're taking that front room up there. We have a little bit of physical therapy in here, but we're taking that room up front. We're going to turn that into a full-blown physical therapy department. So not only will we be able to do the adjustments, the spinal decompression, the shock wave, the lasers, the massage therapy, all that, but we will have a full-blown physical therapy department up there.
One word that describes Pro Health.
I thought about that question that you had asked me before, and there's not one word that can describe it. It's kind of indescribable because what we do is so different here. Everything from what we do with our regular patients all the way through our professional athletes and the sports psychology, you just can't describe it in one word.
Well, I can tell you this, when I walked in, what I saw was just amazing.
Thank you.
And maybe one day I could be your patient. How can we find you? Where do we find Pro Health? Tell us about it.
There's a lot of places you can find Pro Health. On the web at www.prohealthdoc.com. If you want to schedule an appointment, you can call us at 813-304-2120. And then we have our social media on Facebook and also on Instagram, and that is prohealth_Dr. Duck.
Thank you so much, Doc. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. All right, Tampa, you gotta come to Pro Health if you wanna feel better, if you wanna move better, if you wanna stretch better. It's about to rain, it's Tampa, it's South Tampa, but until next time, until the next jump, this is Jimmy with Jimmy Jumped in Tampa Bay.